Hi, welcome to the week 4 lecture. This week I'd like to talk about statistics and psychology. During the 20th century, statistics courses grew in popularity, and this was due to the need for statistical literacy in the social sciences. The early focus was on computation because they didn't have computers in the early days. Um, When I was an undergrad in psychology, the focus was on computation. We'd bring our calculators to class and we would do our regression analysis by hand and everything else. And that's why a lot of people didn't like it, because it was all about computation. But with computers, the focus shifted from computation to statistical reasoning, which makes a lot more sense. So now what's being taught is how statistics can be helpful and how they should be used, and there's less emphasis on computation because we do most of the computations with computers. So if you choose to go to grad school in psychology, when you take stats, the focus is going to be on application and a lot less about computation. Now, there's a lot of abuses of statistics, and it's easy to find them in publications even today. Um, they're typically they're due to ignorance rather than to people trying to manipulate the public with statistics. One of my favorite ones is there's a positive correlation between churches and taverns in communities, and now this does not mean there's a causal relationship where churches are driving people to drink. Um, there is no causal relationship in a correlation. It's one thing goes up, so does the other, and they're caused by something else. And in this particular case, the cause is either an increase in population or a decrease in population. So actually, there's really taverns and churches aren't related in any other way other than they change with the size of population. It is important to know statistics, though, so that you're able to detect these abuses and from the data that you see, both descriptive data and inferential data. The behavioral sciences and social sciences could not exist without statistics. And professionals use statistics in making decisions, prioritizing problems, and we all use them, even in our personal lives, in purchases that we make. I mean, if you think about it, we all use numbers every day. We see them published in newspapers, on the financial pages, sports stats. Even kids use those. Uh, Journal articles, whereas you need to have an understanding of stats to really read a journal article. Consumer reports, business reports. In comparing numbers, statistics help us determine if the differences are meaningful or random. So it's really important part of our education here. Computers today have transformed statistics courses into useful information about understanding the meaning of stats. The computations and calculations are just a lot simpler to do. And thus you even see the shift because the titles in some of these courses, like the course that you took, was probably titled Statistical Reasoning in Psychology. And that was on purpose. That was to differentiate it from being a course about computations. We even see that today there's websites um, with templates for for calculating correlations or whatever it is you're trying to calculate. I mean, it's a much simpler process today. And I'll upload a transcript with this, and it'll include the references as well. Thank you.